Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at MarketSite, we have Tan Sosnoff. He is the founder and co-CEO of Tasty Trade, and we are going to focus on developing the active trader. So great to have you back with us at MarketSite. And just give everyone a quick recap. There's a lot of cool stuff going on at Tasty Trade. Tell us about it.
So thanks for having me on, Jill.
Of course.
At Tasty Trade, we just keep kind of changing the landscape of what we call financial media. It's a little different than kind of traditional financial media. We're like alternative based. We're strategy based. And so we just keep pushing it research-wise and loving what we do. That's it.
All right, now we're excited to partner up with you. The Option Symposium, it's the first one from Tasty Trade, April 15th in Denver. What can we expect out of that?
So this is the first time that we do a lot of live shows a year. I do like 27 live shows a year, on the weekends and stuff, but this is the first time we've done an options course, an options class in 8 years. And so the Nasdaq came to us and said, hey, you're doing some stuff with some other exchanges, let's do something together. And so we said, okay, let's do an option symposium. So we picked Denver. We have a decent sized customer base there. And we're doing one on Saturday, April 13th, and it's 2 hours of hardcore option stuff. It's Tony, myself, and Sean, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the place to be right now for investors. They're so focused on the options market.
Well, they should be, because stocks are expensive. And because stocks are so expensive that the liquidity, markets are tight and efficient in options. So for a fraction of the capital usage, we look at markets as if we're pretty much product indifferent. So stock, options, futures, it's all the same stuff to us. So when you look at the option marketplace, you use significantly less capital than you use in a stock marketplace. That's all.
Right. And so you're in New York this week.
Yeah.
Always the big trader expo this time of year.
Yeah, it's great. I spoke last night. I did a pretty aggressive speech on disruption disruption and collective thought. Just like everybody kind of now that we live in a social world, everybody kind of follows the same pattern of, we call it kind of watching the same movie. So I talked about kind of being different and standing alone and not watching what everybody else is watching. And I speak today. I do a futures talk later on today and a couple more option talks. So it's fun. I love it.
You know what? I love the mantra at Tasty Trade because you're always focused on creating the active trader. What does that mean to you?
Well, we believe that that there's nothing. I've had a hard time over the years trying to kind of assess what the value is in being passive about anything. Like, you don't come to work in the morning and say, you know what, I'm Jill, I'm going to be passive today. Like,
yeah.
You want to be aggressive, you want to be proactive. And I think when it comes to money, we take this passive approach, which goes counter to everything else we do in life. And nobody wants to be passive. And so I believe that when this bull market ends, and whenever that is, it is, but there's going to be a tremendous flow, a transition from passive investing to active investing. So our approach is just learn about markets, learn about strategies, learn about doing it yourself.
Right. Well, it's really interesting. I'm going to pick your brain a little bit here as it relates to the markets.
Sure.
You made a great point. The bull market's going to be what it is till it isn't anymore.
That's right.
And I feel like
nobody knows
so many people fighting that, regardless of what happens on, with data or what you see with technicals and so forth. It's still kind of the momentum trade. It is what it is till it's not anymore.
You fight it when you don't have the skill set.
Right.
When you have the skill set, there's nothing to fight. When you have the skill set, all markets present an opportunity. And so the more fear in the marketplace, the more volatility, the better it is for opportunity. When you don't have that skill set and you're passive, you just have to hope that the market continues to drift higher. You're basically betting on positive drift, and that's not a strategy.
Right, it's almost like using hope as a strategy, and that's why this...
It's a little better than hope,
right.
That's it.
But even still, that's why these option symposiums, you could give your clients tools to not get stuck in that, deer in the headlights. When is this market going to change?
Well, the Nasdaq creates a lot of cool products, right? But how do you get that? How do you get product awareness out there? Because nobody's going to just wake up one morning and go, oh, I think I'll try a Nasdaq product, or as versa something else.
Right.
It just doesn't happen that way. So what happens is you introduce different strategies, and then you introduce the most liquid products to apply those strategies, and then you have this whole practical game, which totally makes sense to people, and they buy into it.
All right.
And they should.
Yes, they should. Especially Nasdaq product. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. It was great to catch up with you at MarketSite.
Awesome. Thanks,
and
Jill.
thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.